right off the bat, Trump is like, going out and like giving all these executive orders for all sorts of
Really,
stuff.
really, this is exactly the same. Not the same, obviously, but it was the same way with Obama. Like it was the
Really?
same shit. Like he didn't make as many executive orders,
Mm.
but it was like okay, he did a ton in the first week. Suddenly, everyone is like, oh shit, like oh this is so stupid, this is retarded, it's never gonna work. Then he got our Congress didn't back him on some of them, and
Hmm.
then that was it. Like the ones that he does throughout the year is like totally different. Like people don't people don't think that much of it, but because it's Trump, it's like oh dude, Trump is so stupid. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, like,
the immigration one, it just made no sense. Honestly, it was just poorly. What was the point of that?
yeah,
Just
it's just gonna make them look bad because they're gonna have to backpedal on it, and
mhm.
then they're gonna look like idiots who don't know what they're doing.
Well,
I mean,
maybe it's true.
honestly, like the best outcome is for everyone to be wrong, and Trump is actually an amazing president. Because like that's what we actually want, right? Is a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
president, and we're stuck with Trump for the next 4 years, so he might as well actually turn out to be good somehow.
exactly. By
But
some miracle.
we're off to a bit of a contentious start here.
I mean, I don't. The thing is, I wish I could understand what the goal is or
Mm.
how these get like passed. I mean, I know that he has the majority of the Congress, so it's like, people don't even know what they're signing, and they're like, "Oh, it's a Republican bill. Okay, we'll sign it," or something like that, right? But it didn't make any sense. Like, why are they? Why would they ever ban or stop people with green cards from entering the United States? How does that make any fucking sense?
Yeah, I can see if they wanted to put a thing for new
Yeah,
situations,
exactly.
but the ones that they already like,
They already went through the process.
they're
What the
already through
fuck?
the process. It seems stupid.
So you have a green card. That means that you probably can't have a criminal record and get a green card.
Yeah.
So these guys are like not with the people that are supposed to stop.
And it makes Trump and his little clan there like look like they don't know what they're doing, because all you're going to do is have all these problems with like students who are halfway through their degree
Hmm.
and people who work for big companies, and who are on vacation at this moment, and now can't get back into the country.
Yeah,
And one thing I don't understand, have you seen anything like what happens to all the people who are in the country right now with green cards? Did
yeah.
they have to
That happened to
leave?
be no.
Or
It's only on like travel.
it's only when they go to come in? So that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make any sense
It's just
because
the weirdest thing, dude. I don't get it.
I
And
don't
like
know.
people from like the NBA, they were like, dude, we're have like they have working visas. They're not American citizens.
Yeah.
Like there's people from Africa and Asia too, like that could be from the countries that were in the list.
Hmm.
Like I know there was like a couple of them that were like not with problems because they're fucking NBA. So the NBA is gonna move everything that they can to let them come through, and it's like
Yeah.
a big strong force that they're not gonna let the players get stuck or something stupid like that because they were flying back from Toronto from playing the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
So it just didn't make sense because like these guys are legal. I don't
Mm. They've
what is
already been through the process.
they've been here for years. What's the bill supposed to be
And these
stopping?
are not like refugees and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
these are
Refugees would
not.
be new people, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It
people, if
really
you have a
doesn't make any
green card
sense.
and you're not one of the new refugees or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure how that happened or what that was supposed to be. And then people got stuck at the airports. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, did you see those pictures of like lawyers went to the
Yeah,
airport to? I wanted to know like everyone's saying, and it is like a great thing that those lawyers are doing, but like, what are they doing exactly? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand. Were they gonna file some motion from like the Hudson News in the terminal? Like,
And how long is that going to take? Like, what are these guys actually
what
doing?
are
Like,
they actually doing at the airport? Maybe it's just making
yeah,
it easier to coordinate between themselves or something. I don't know.
I don't even know because like the Holy fuck! Mass shooting at a mosque in Canada right now.
Hmm.
Damn it.
Did you see that thing? This was actually a little while ago. Speaking of Trump things that don't make any sense, where he rejected a candidate for Secretary of State because he didn't like the guy's mustache.
What?
He passed over a potential candidate for Secretary of State because he had a bushy mustache.
What the fuck?
And someone speaking under condition of anonymity said Donald was not going to like that mustache. I can't, I can't think of anyone that's really close to Donald that has a beard like he likes. Like,
What?
apparently he's not
Not
a fan
against
of
the facial
facial hair.
Wow.
So this guy had too much of a mustache, and that was it. You're fired.
That automatically made him, ineligible to be
Yeah.
that.
But
Wow.
that's the level of thing that's the level of process we have going on apparently.
I mean,
Right.
that seems like, like when people say, "Oh yeah, what," like someone you're hiring for a certain position, and then a woman shows up and they're looking for a man, and they're like, "Yeah, huh? I just don't like your mole." It's like, yeah, we just don't like that. Like, you're not a
Yeah.
good fit because you have a mole. It's like you couldn't find a better excuse than the fucking facial hair, really?
I don't like his mustache and
Yeah. I mean, think about it. If he can't even keep a straight, a normal, good-looking face, then he's not fit for it, clearly. So that's not probably, Donald Trump's head probably somewhere.
What happens if he's at a meeting, it's official state business, and for some reason they have to eat milk and cookies, and he doesn't have a napkin, it's going to get into his mustache. This is a
And-
disaster waiting to happen. We
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
have this.
We're gonna be eating lunch from the Mexican place at Trump Tower, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna get some guacamole stuck in his mustache. It's just not gonna work.
Oh god.
It's just so weird. Like the whole Donald Trump thing is just so many things that are just, I'm not sure why they're happening.
How can Trump be in the same list of people as George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and all
Exactly.
these people and Donald Trump? Like, oh god.
How did this happen, dude? It's so crazy.
I can understand if there were, I mean, clearly there were people who were not happy with the government as it was, right? Otherwise, why would they vote for some outsider? But there's no other outsider but like around. Can't we get someone else? Like,
Yeah, it's not just.
surely we can find
It's
somebody else.
It's a popularity contest, man.
Mm.
Plus, sure, some kind of thing that they might say like their policies actually have very little. I was actually reading up on, or it's like a couple of articles that came up on the front page of Reddit, like it was like this guy that lost, or he was on the race to be like a governor for a state,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had like an awkward scream or something like that.
Oh wait, I think I know that guy.
Like they were like, everybody was like chanting or clapping for something. He was like, "Yeah!" instead of like, "Yeah!" or something like that. And then automatically everybody's like, "Oh, hey, that guy, yeah, he's a joke. He's not suitable," and he
Yeah.
lost.
I don't know
Like,
if it was the same
what?
guy, but there was one who was, I think it was a different guy. So I think this has happened more than once. There was
Yeah,
this guy who was running for something. I forget who he was. And he's at a rally, right? And the crowd's getting really fired up. And he's saying like, no, wait, actually, I think this is the same guy. He's
Yeah.
saying like, we're going to go to like Arkansas. We're going to go to Texas. We're going to go to Las Vegas. And like, he's pumping up the crowd. But he's getting way too intense. Like he has this intensity gauge. It just turned way too high. So
Right.
he's like, he seems insane. Like he's gonna burst a vein out of his forehead
Oh,
or
shit.
something. And I think that was the guy. He was like, "We're gonna go to Texas. We're gonna go to Las Vegas. Yeah!" And like,
Yeah, something like that. It's just like automatically lost. Like
Yeah.
his entire thing was just ruined.
the
And
sad
it
part
really-
is, it probably worked for the crowd because they had the crowd energy, right? They're
Yeah.
like in the moment and they got the roaring crowd, and then you see it on the news and you don't hear the crowd noise, you just get his audio from the mic and he just looks like a lunatic.
Yeah. Oh, and they're just like, and then you get a remix on YouTube. It's over. But here, watch this video I'm gonna send you.
uh,
This is like the craziest phase that Reddit has ever gone through, which is Brendan Fraser. He, at an awards show, he was already on decline on his acting, but he did an awkward clap. That's all it took for his career to be over.
that killed it, that clap.
It was just like a really awkward clap,
It's kind of awkward, but
but it's not like it's just he's just having a good time and the camera just happens to focus on him.
yeah.
Like how unlucky do you have to be for something like that to happen? It's so crazy. And after that happened, he was like it was gone. It was over.
Hmm.
Like nobody ever took him seriously again. It's pretty fucked, dude.
That's weird.
People care. It's like normally you would think that there's a percentage of people that are actually actively engaged on whatever, like when you're a public figure, like or you're holding office or something like that. There's a percentage of people that are interested in your policies, right? The people that are loyal to whatever it is you're doing. So if you're a football player, to how you play football instead of how you look. But there's a ton of people that don't give a damn about the actual fact of whatever it is you're doing or like your job basically, but they care more about what you say, what you look like, or what image you give, even if you are like amazing at what you do. So like in my company, there's a specific group of people that are salesmen. They have to go to the hospitals and sell, or they're the point of contact between the hospitals and us.
Yeah.
So it's like not everybody can be that, because first of all you have to be decently looking, because the hospitals won't want to give you their business if you're not attractive, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, but it matters a lot. And also that there's the studies that were saying like the hospitals or doctors' offices are like 20% more likely to prescribe the your medication if you buy them lunch once a year or something like that, or like you give them a Christmas present or something like that. So it's really retarded when you think about it, but people care, man. Everybody behind their job is just a person, and you can have someone that's like amazing at what they do and be completely socially awkward, which has nothing to do with their job maybe, and they will never pass a certain bar. Sometimes it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty screwed up like that.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of just not. It's just how it works. It's so weird.